Wow. I gotta go pick my wife up in this rain, this storm. Holy moly. Oh man, this is gonna be an interesting drive. I don't know why my windshield wiper is making that noise. This is driver's side one. Barely see the road. Ooh, that's real bad. I have to fix that somehow. First rain after a while. All the oil and dirt and all that stuff's going to bubble up to the surface. That just lightning after lightning. Excuse me. It's actually not that much rain. It's just all wind and lightning. Man, it's so bad I can't even see my headlights, and I know they're on. So about a week ago or two, I officially started at this new job, Ace Parking, for the airport as a customer service rep. All we do pretty much is count the parking spots, help people when they've lost their cars, and various other customer service related things. Seems pretty easy. Actually, it is pretty easy. But when you don't know the airport and where things are, really, it's kind of hard. But I think I pretty much know where everything is now, and which is pretty good. I know what to do. They only put me through 1 week worth of training, but not even really that. It was like 4 or 5 days, and then I was put out on my own. Just about 4 days ago, my wife was put out, or got her job. She started her job at Ace Parking as a cashier, and she's doing a pretty good job. Her first trainer was kind of, let's say, not particularly nice for the customers. And that kind of irritated my wife because she likes being nice to the customers. I mean, Phoenix Sky Harbor is supposed to be known as the friendliest airport. And with cashiers like the one that trained my wife, who needs bad customer service, you know? So, yeah, when my wife is out of training and she gets cut loose to do everything on her own, I'm sure she'll be excellent at what she does. My wife is third day in training, and she's already got 100% on a secret shopper. But her trainer got the credit for it because she's training. But my wife is the one that was actually being nice and courteous and all that stuff. The only downside is my wife talks very softly. And I'm sure you've heard her in previous videos. You probably barely even hear her when she talks. But yeah, she'll excel in this job. She's really aiming for a better pay to bring a bunch of people from the Philippines and, start up a caretaking business with all of them, including her mother. Although her mom is getting up there to the point where she needs caretaking herself. But that's besides the point. My idea is there are companies out there that have garages, like actual full-on garages that have tools and everything that you can pull your car into every day and work on your car yourself for oil changes or suspension mods or whatnot. But most of those companies force you to take your car with you at the end of the day when the shop closes. My idea is to open it up more like a storage unit where you could, where you store your furniture if you are living in a place that the furniture won't fit in, or something like that, but not to store stuff such as household items. A place where you can store you rent it monthly or daily, whatever the case may be, and you pay this rent basically, and you can store your car there and come there if you want once a month or never. Just store your car there. And I know some of those storage facilities do have garages where you can rent and store your car, but not a lot of them will let you work on your car in those storage places. My idea is to have professional lifts that you can park your car on, store your car there, store 2 cars if the lift will go up high enough, or whatever you want to do, and you can work on your car. You can, if you break your car down into just a rolling chassis and the engine for say, you don't have to take it home that day. You don't have to throw the engine in and be unsafe driving it home, or have to ask a buddy to borrow their flatbed or their trailer so that you can take everything home and then have to bring it back the next day. And my idea is that it would be 24/7 too, because that's one of the things that really irritates me about businesses, is that they're not 24/7. A lot of them. You can make a lot of business by keeping the lights on. And there are stores out there that have proved it to their corporation that, hey, if we keep our lights on 24/7, except for maybe the holiday, like Christmas or something, we actually make a lot more money for the business than if we were to close. And it is worthwhile, So that's my plan too. I mean, my idea wouldn't really be that profitable going into the night, but like, what if somebody broke down on the side of the road? They're a mechanic, they know how to get around a car, but they need the light, they need the space, they need to get out of the rain or something of that sort. This business that I have an idea for is, we'll open up our doors to you at 2, 3 in the morning because you need to fix your car. And we might even contract with a towing company or have our own tow truck, and we'll come out and get you type, if it's reasonable distance. And we might not even charge for the tow because you're already going to pay us for renting out the stall. And so that's my idea. The biggest issue is finding a place to do this type of business. And probably the bigger question is how far do I take it? If I had the money, one of the things I'd like to do is also get a dyno. 2 different types of dynos. A dyno where you can dyno just your engine and tune just your engine and all that stuff, and a dyno that you put you can strap down your wheels, your rear tires or your front tires or whatever the case may be, and run it like that. There's probably the most popular one I've heard of is the Mustang dyno. So I mean there's like 3, 4, 5 different types of dynos, and there's really only 2 that are really worth having. And one of them is the one that you strap your car down to with the wheels on, and the dyno that dynos just your engine. I know there is a third popular kind of dyno where you take the wheels off and you hook up the drive wheels from the brakes, and that eliminates wheel slip that tends to happen on high horsepower cars on a regular dyno like the Mustang dyno. But the Mustang dyno is more convenient than the other one because you don't have to take your tires off. And you could also test different tire compounds on those. So then the question becomes, how many of those dynos should I have in the shop? I'm thinking at least 3 dynos of 3 engine dynos, at least bare minimum 1 Mustang dyno. Then where would I put those dynos? I'm thinking they have to have some kind of outside air coming in, but I don't want to get noise complaints if somebody's running full open headers. I don't want to have to get a noise complaint from the neighbors or something like that at 2, 3 in the morning. So it would definitely have to be an inside soundproofed place. But then you need the exhaust. So my idea is, I think, more achievable, but it'll cost more than my wife's idea. But, well, in the short term, my idea costs more. In the long term, my wife's idea costs more because we have to get the people to hire the people. And we can only hire the and she only wants to really hire Filipinos. And if we do that, we need to get them legitimized, or need to get their citizenship here in America. So if that's the case, then I don't know. It's going to cost thousands upon $1,000 over the years. And what if we hire somebody and we spend $5,000-$10,000 getting them over here to the States, and then they don't work out? Well, now we got to find a new person and spend $5,000-$10,000 on them, or however much it is to get your citizenship, or at the very least green card. And then there's also the time that it takes. It takes like a year or so just to get the person to get a green card that they can come over here or something. And then there's a lot of people are, especially under Trump's rule, are not going to want these people to come in to the States. So there's that. And then, let's see. So, my idea, the only thing I would need are janitors, and maybe like one janitor, pest control guy, of course, because then because somebody's going to leave food or something that's going to bring in pests. Then the facility itself would bring in pests, but then there's all I would need is enough staff to stand by for somebody to come in and say at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, saying, "Hey, I need to rent a stall for X amount of time," and then the only other issue is space. How many square yards, square acres? How many acres? I mean, how big does this facility have to be to house what I have envisioned of a full or almost full garage? So maybe 75 units and another 25 for daily, like strictly daily, and then maybe another 10 for like hourly or something like that. I don't know. I'm just throwing out arbitrary numbers. And then the location. I would probably need a good location somewhere everybody can reach me, but not so far out that I'm out in the boonies, something like a car lot like this right here in the middle of Ahwatukee, or I don't know. In fact, I think I can't really tell, but I think that's an empty lot right there to the right. There's literally nothing out there. It's not a like a swamp, or not swamp, you know? And then on top of having this garage facility, I'm thinking I want to have kind of like a little test course too. But then if I build it out here, there's a test course or a race course not far from here, you know, like 5-minute drive from here. So is it really worth it having my own race course or drag strip or something like that? And then again, you got the dynos. So, you know, you could always dyno your car to see what your theoretical 0 to 60 or quarter mile or 1 mile or even your top speed. All without having to worry about downforce and drag and all that stuff. But I do see an issue when it comes to dynos that you see people use on YouTube or TV. What they do is they stick a box fan or some kind of fan on the front of their car or your car or whatever car is being tested. That fan usually only has 1 speed. So it's not really pushing the right amount of air through the engine of the car. So all these dynos that you see, they're based off of 1 speed of air. The faster you go, in theory, the more drag you have because the more air is being pushed over your car, the faster you go. So if you want a true horsepower rating, what you need is to have the wind blowing into the radiator of the car match the speed of what the car would be actually driving. So you would need a fan that can adjust the speed of the air being flown or being blown. And there's not very many fans out there that can do that. So let's say, you know, your horsepower curve is really great at 3,000 RPM and then takes a nosedive. My question is would that nosedive be lessened if the wind were up to speed? So, I don't know. Anyways, that's my idea. So open up a garage that's 24/7 that other people can do their stuff. I might even hire some mechanics themselves that can be on standby. You know, they could be working at another place, but if I call them and say, hey, I have a customer here, he needs help lifting the transmission, can you come over at this time? And it'd be like the next day or something probably, or later in the day, like after 6, because that's or 7 or 8 or whenever their garage closes, or have some freelance guys or something like that, and have them, you know, help out. I could always do that, you know. That kind of work that kind of hiring is not exactly
it's like
The power went out?
yeah.
The power did that a couple times at the house. So much so that it took out the PS4. PS4 turned off. I mean, didn't like just damage it. It just. Anyways.
It's not bad tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
Did you have any screw ups or anything?
I don't know. They're gonna audit it. Probably I'll find out tomorrow.
Well, it's not your fault. You're still learning.
Yeah. Archangel's pretty cool. So you're good.
Yeah. Does he smell like BO or smell like weed or what?
Smell like BO.
Yeah. Some of the.
So it was hot the whole entire time.
Oh, that sucks. No AC.
There's AC, but I opened up the window because I couldn't breathe.
Oh.
The whole entire
Yeah,
time.
because he stunk.
He stinks.
Yeah.
But he's pretty cool. It was just sitting right in. If I asked questions, he would answer it, and he clearly pretty cool to just give me a straightforward answer. And he wouldn't yell at me or anything like that. He is so pretty cool. It's my birthday, hon.
Happy birthday.
Yay. Nobody.
August 8th.
Yeah, I'm 43. Officially, I'm 43. Fucking fuck that. I'm getting old. Fuck it.
Anyways.
Remember, there's a McDonald's over here, or Jack in the Box right by the railroad.
Yeah.
So I can eat when I'm, on the road.
So tell me about your business idea about having caregiving.
I'm tired of. I don't have any kind of proposal about it yet, but if we have the money, we're gonna buy a house, right? I'll do the paperwork because I know Social Security. We're gonna pull the immigration. I'm gonna do the immigration and pull nurses over in the Philippines.
Right.
We're gonna pay them under the table. I'll do the taxes. We'll do the taxes.
Well,
But I don't know.
You can't pay them under the table if you're going to pay taxes.
Yeah. But then we're gonna pay them under like minimum whatever, so we can make money out of it. That's my proposition.
That's so illegal.
You're so illegal, and that's how.
Okay, well, have your business the way you want it.
But I'm gonna ask for consultation how to make paperwork or how to advertise.
That's easy.
Elderly.
Get a producer, have them shoot up a commercial, put it on TV. About it.
Yeah, I don't know.
start up yours.
I don't know. Where are we going to get the money to bring up yours first?
I don't know. I'm just saying, if we had the money, like you said earlier.
That's why I told you I really want to get a good paying job.
Yeah.
Because we're stuck here, hon. This is a dead-end job.
It's not.
Oh my God.
It could.
Unless you buy lotto,
No.
you win $1 million.
No. There's supervisors and managers. Who says you can't be one of those?
I don't want to lead. I don't want to supervise people. I'd
Then
rather...
why do you want to open up a business where that's exactly what you're going to be doing?
No, I'm going to hire somebody who's going to do... I'm just going to do the
You're
paperwork.
just gonna do paperwork, huh?
Yeah. I'm not going to manage people. I'm not good at managing. You do the managing people. I'm not going to micromanage time. I don't want to babysit.
You don't have to micromanage.
I don't want to do it, hon. You
I
do it.
know, okay.
I'm not that type of a person that's gonna babysit, do time attendance, whatever shit. No.
Well, we don't have to be like this company where you have to hit the punch card every fucking time. It's ridiculous.
I don't even know if I'm capable of doing this job, so it's okay. Yeah, they asked me earlier, what if the supervisor, do you think you like this? And I said, it's alright. Well, let's just have to work on some other thing. I'm still struggling with something. It's just that there's some assholes, customers. Like, for example, there's a delayed flight, right? And they were asking, earlier there's a bitch. There's this black girl. Her car is from California's rental. And she has a declined card. And so you got a railroad already. Past railroad already.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just paying attention to you talking.
So she was like, she got $4 parking fee. And I said, ma'am, $4 please. And she gave me her card. She was looking for, she got a whole bunch of credit cards and everything.
Right.
And she began to, I just dropped my dad. My dad just took 30 minutes to, she's in a wheelchair and everything. She was all doing all sorts of kinds of excuses not to pay her
Right.
parking fee. He says, why don't you give me, can you guys overring it? I mean, I know, or don't charge me at all because I only dropped my dad and she's disabled and blah, 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 blah. And she began to flare up and there's a long line.
Right.
And of course, we called the supervisor and she began to cause commotion, whatever, and then we're panicking, right? Because there's a long line.
Right.
And the supervisor said, oh yeah, overring it. And says, ma'am, you should have not parked if you're just gonna drop off somebody. Just drop off your goddamn, it was 52 minutes.
Right.
It was $4.
Well,
And
always just call the
and
supervisor.
something, there's always gonna be like bitches like that. So you're gonna go turn around, get some listeners, drop in the box over here.
Yeah.
But there's 48th Street, and 48th Street you head up Gray Road. I mean, Warner, like where we used to live.
Warner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second traffic light, please. Yeah. I'm not pushing you. I'm just calling.
There is that McDonald's that's down there too.
I want Jack in the Box.
Oh, you want Jack in the Box? Okay.
Because I want like a hot croissant, hot teriyaki bowl.
Okay.
I had way too much soda. I think I got like 3 sodas today.
Did you get paid?
I just told you.
I didn't hear. I assume that's a yes then.
Yes. I just told you, hon, I just got paid. We're gonna get food.
Okay, I didn't hear that part. Anyways,
sometimes I feel really lonely. Maybe that's what I got fired because of it. I'm not communicative, or I'm mumbling when I talk.
no. You called in, you emailed in, you texted in.
They just needed a loophole just to get rid of me because I've reported sexual harassment in HR and they don't want to get a liability out of it.
And that, oh wait, is it?
Further, turn right on the light.
Yeah. Okay. I was all turned around because of that.
They don't want any liability because I reported to HR about sexual harassment.
Well, that too, but you see, that's where a union would come in handy.
Well, we don't have a union.
I know you don't have the.
Unfortunately, that's what it is. That's why, right now, I'm not afraid of.
A lot of trees broken.
I'm not afraid to voice out my opinion because there's going to be a union. You know, but you don't want to be so vocal that they're going to piss off at you. But I'm not afraid of voicing out my opinion. Carol heard about it and she's pissed off at me. She ratted me out of the first place.
Yeah.
Alright, whatever. Right, Jack in the Box, here we go. Teriyaki bowl, please. The big bowl one, please.
I like how Jack in the Box has two signs. Wow, one of your screens over here, I'm seeing double. Let's see. Teriyaki bowl.
The new steak one.
Your new steak teriyaki bowl.
Brown.
Brown.
Why is it chicken finger?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Meal.
Meal.
Large.
Large.
Do they have just water?
Well,
no, Coke.
Coke. Yes.
Croissant Supreme.
Supreme croissant.
Just a sandwich.
Just a sandwich.
You want one extra egg roll?
And one more egg roll.
That's it for me, hon. What about you?
And then I'll have. I'm gonna get the number 6. Large. The Fanta strawberry, if you have it. And then let me get the onion rings instead of fries. And I think that'll be it. Yes. Thank you.
Alrighty. So when I tried to text earlier,
This guy in front of us is. You probably can't see, but his. I can see right through his exhaust tips. His exhaust tips are fake. that makes me laugh.
Okay. Are they taking out the $300 for the phone on my card?
Yes.
Is the $350 going to take it out for that surgery? For the original because they
'Cause
called me.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be on my card. Remember?
Yeah.
So,
they called
and then I was overdraft at the time, so that they
couldn't charge you.
Right. So I don't think they're charging me.
Right.
So because it failed, so they're trying to get you to pay it.
Right.
So we'll deal with it when we can.
Did you go? Did you do the Ultra Pro for the insurance?
The what?
The Ultra Pro for the insurance?
Oh no, I didn't. I forgot.
Oh my God.
Remind me when we get home.
Okay, that's fine. We have at least
Barbecue.
we have at least on the 18th. On the 18th, hon.
Yeah, I know. The 18th. Get it delivered, DoorDash.
Right.
Look that up.
Yeah. Is this mine?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get fatter and fatter. I don't care.
So, your day was overall good?
It was alright than yesterday. I had a really bit grumpy yesterday.
Yeah.
Just to think of it.
Oh man, wind and storm down in Casa Grande, Maricopa. I didn't get to say Mesa, but yeah, Maricopa. Oh man, everybody's stuff was getting pretty much tossed around. It wasn't really raining at all. It was just wind and lightning everywhere.
Ooh, I don't want to drive that. They said prediction was supposed to be clear today, but of course, I was telling my supervisor, weather is really unpredictable. You don't know when it's going to rain or not, but the forecast seems perfectly fine sometimes, but it's always been unpredictable.
One more bag, okay?
Sure.
This is yours. Sourdough.
No,
that yours?
leave it in there then. No, I didn't get a
Oh,
sourdough.
this is mine. This is the croissant. Yeah, this is the croissant. I'm gonna eat it. What was the ham? Is this?
EBT welcome inside. I thought EBT was only supposed to be for cold foods.
Well, Wendy's accepting EBT.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, I'm thinking if we start getting paid a lot, I want to get one of those subscription things to the car wash.
Yeah.
It's like $16 a month or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you get pretty much unlimited car washes. I mean, it's technically it's not unlimited. It's like 3 a day. But who needs 3 a day?
But it's cheaper.
Number 26 or 6? You have a number 26 or 6 on the bag, I guess. Huh? This one? Her?
Yeah, what is that? Is that a croissant?
Yeah, that's a croissant.
I already ate it.
Waiting for my order.
What?
She said this laugh.
Well,
I told you, you look like Harry Kim. But it's okay, because I love you. And Harry Kim is a cool
oh,
character.
it doesn't have my egg roll. Where's my egg roll?
Your 2 egg rolls are probably in here. Oh,
Have a good night.
you too. About this. There's my, yep, those are my onion rings. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on to your stuff. I want to see if I can get this third gear thing on video. Well, seemed to work fine that time. Excuse me. Oh, that sucked.
But I can't do it like me, though.
Huh?
I can't do it like me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty thorough.
Yes, you are.
It's just that I don't want to be told I don't speak English very well.
Well, there's a lot of Americans out here that can't speak English as good as you do, so don't think of it as a hindrance.
Yeah, but sometimes it's an advantage, Sean.
Well, it's like I keep going back to, may I or can I? Yes, can I is socially acceptable, but it's not the polite, proper way to ask if you could help someone. It's may I help you? And if somebody's berating you about or you being nice to other people, and they're saying no, you have to say it this specific way, and they're saying can I, then you need to tell them, hey, I have a husband whose mother was a 3rd grade teacher, and they know the proper way of asking if I can help someone. And the proper way is may I. You sound more professional if you say it right. Say it correctly. I think in one of these bags down here, there's sweet and sour sauce. No? Okay. crash land near us, and we go out and we find out that there's an alien baby. Looks human, but isn't human. You know, may or may not have powers, whatever. Would you do what Martha and Jonathan Kent did and raise the boy?
Uh-huh.
Or would you turn the kid into
Of course I would raise the boy.
Huh?
I would
if this were to happen, what would you do? And you, I mean, pretty much you've already answered it, but, you know, I don't know about how we would be able to keep the child, you know, completely under wraps. Although there are people that have kidnapped other people's kids and kept those kids under wraps for a long time, so I don't know. energy drink until you're 3 hours into your work. It's as simple as that.
You forgot that I told you that I had an energy drink.
No, I know you had it. I just thought you were bringing it to work, not...
I'm sorry, hon. I just don't want to repeat myself. That's why I get frustrated when I have to tell you a second time when I already told you earlier.
Well, I knew you had it, but I thought you were taking it to work is what I thought you meant.
Why would I take it to work when I already drink it at home?
Because I didn't know you drink it.
I told you earlier. Shit. We're even having discussion about 2 cups of coffee. I'm afraid you're gonna be... Your memories... Never mind.
My memory has always been shit. You know that.
No, but it doesn't mean you're a screw up, okay?
That does.
No, it's not.
But clearly it does if my own father thinks I'm a fucking screw up.
I don't think you are.
Well,
I was just trying to remind you that I hate to repeat myself because I don't want to talk. And I'm tired. I'm so tired. I guess we got more stressful job as it is right now.
just because we're new to it. That's it. I'm actually pretty laid back right now.
Because you're used to working. Me, I don't. Yeah. Dizzy. Oh, how much is the storage? $300 too?
That might be total, but
I'll call in tomorrow.
I think it's going to be closer to 200.
Okay, 200.
Maybe a little over 200. Maybe actually around 250, maybe at max.
That's for 2 months.
Yeah. Well, that's for last month and this month.
I was wondering if we could only pay 1 month, but we already promised them 2 months.
We'll pay him the 1 month.
Nice.
Pay him the other month. I get paid.
It was funny earlier. The power went off, but we were the only one who has a light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really should have those booths on their own separate power too.
They turned it off, and we were the only one who has a light. I was like, "Holy shit! What's going on?" The whole entire thing went black, right?
Right.
And our
The
booth.
computer too.
No, our
Oh.
booth did not took off, but the office, the other everything powered off, but not us.
Maybe that one booth does have a external.
The main server?
No, has an external power source.
Oh, maybe.
Like that's what I'd like to get. Is it's called a PSU,
Right.
power supply unit,
Huh?
and it's designed to store enough power for your electronics so that you can properly shut them down.
Oh. Do you need anything? Like whatever you need for power cords for?
Probably some driving gloves.
Oh, okay. Now we're gonna get
That's
it.
about the only thing I can think of right now.
Do you have to go to work tomorrow?
No, I'm off.